to the Scamslam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
Hey, collective. I have some channeled messages. Please take what fits and leave the rest. There is a group of people who just cannot keep your name out of their mouths. Collective, they talk shit about you morning, noon, and night. You are the topic of discussion.
So she has listed here names and places that. Let me read off what she has down here. The name Thomas, and I can't pronounce that one. McBride, Denver, McDonald, Dahlia, De Jesus, Rio, Chang, Ophelia, Herring, Henrik, Ford, Alexandra, Collier, Edison, Potts, Ellison, Wallace, Stout, Channa, Hinton, Lynn, Frankie, Bass, Zara, Beltran, Ricky, McDonald, I can't pronounce it, Elena, Hayden, Leroy, Christian, Anali, Beasley, Stanley, McCarty, Nelson, Everly, Terry, Cara, Armani, Portillo, Nathalie, Estes, Morocco, Israel, Mali, China, Germany, Egypt, India, Australia, Canada, Philippines, North Carolina, Nebraska, Missouri, Wyoming, Michigan, Delaware, Colorado, Connecticut, Illinois, Kentucky, Iowa, Kansas, Idaho, Alabama, New York, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Virginia, Georgia, and Utah. That's interesting, isn't it?
Every single time that they get together. And what makes this especially crazy is the fact that these are people who claim to hate you. You know, they say that you are this awful thing and that you are that awful thing. Yet, they are obsessed with you. It just doesn't make very much sense. Why would you dislike someone to this extreme? But at the same time, watch every move that they make and listen to every word that comes out of their mouth. Simply put, they are haters. This is a group of haters. They watch you and they talk about you all the time, collective, simply because you have it. You have that something special about you that naturally intrigues people. The energy that you carry, it is very magnetic, alluring, mysterious, and very interesting. But because they have already decided that they don't like you, they can't see through the fog. Their jealousy of you has them completely blinded. So instead of praising you and giving you props for being the awesome person that you are, they hate on you. Instead, it's childish, it's immature, and you bet your ass it's petty, but they just don't possess the emotional intelligence that it would require to view you as who you really are. And collective, if this is for you, you already know all of this. You are well aware of this group of people because you are a high priest or high priestess. Information, it just flows freely and effortlessly to you, even whenever you are not looking or asking for it. In fact, you know a lot. You also know about a person from your past who's feeling very down and depressed without you. This is someone who fancied theirself as a player. It's like they have never really fallen for anyone. They've never really been hung up on anyone before. But, collective, you are different. They miss you. And that is totally new for this person. They've never missed anyone before. There is so much that is changing in your energy at this time. Collective, you might not see it just yet, but you can feel it coming, and you are right on the money. Absolutely anyone who took part in gang stalking you and stealing from you, they are all under investigation. They are under investigation by the Alphabet Boys, and it's all being wrapped up. They will be rolling in and doing one big sweep.
I kept it with me the whole time.
Collective, this bust, it will be front page news. You will be liberated as your enemies are publicly humiliated for being thieves and liars. The best part of all is that they don't even see this coming.
Yes.
They believe that they are illegally protected and can therefore get away with anything, but it's just not so. Collective, the times, they have changed. And these people, they are about to witness this firsthand. This toxic and exhausting cycle, it's finally over.
I learned that I can get the phlebotomy certification on top of, the whole MA program.
Cancel. That was it. That was interesting, huh? It kind of hit the nail on the head, to be honest. You know. Did y'all see my really cute, picture? I even have, I have 2 snow globes. One is a Christmas one, and the other one is a Halloween one, and it's like 3 skulls with gold glitter on the inside of it. So by my TV. It looks like, and then the bottom part is like a goldish cauldron looking thing. So, I do hope I see Frankie at some point sometime soon. Because I want to give him this gift. About, sorry. I bought something very special for him. For his birthday. I showed it last night. Hopefully he wasn't on there, but you know. And then I got a couple things. They're keyless hair curler thing. And there's a clip and like 2 silk hair ties. And I got one set blue and one set purple. And I'm gonna give those to him to give to his nieces. So, you know, I don't really need heatless curlers because my hair is already, you know. So, yeah. But his gift, I want to see his face when he opens it. I do. But I don't know how that's going to happen. Let's see where to come over. I still have that song in my head, though. You must have been the mistletoe, the lazy fire, the falling snow, the magic in the frosty air, the feeling everywhere. On Christmas Eve, my wish came true. The night I fell in love with you. It only took one kiss to know. It must have been the mistletoe. Our first Christmas, more than we've been dreaming of. Oh, St. Nicholas. I don't know, I've been hearing that song a lot. And just that little bit in my head, and I have not listened to that song forever. So I don't know. Tell you what, I'm ready for the beginning of my happily ever after. You know. But I know everything happens the way it's meant to. And when it's meant to. May not understand why things happen the way they happen, but there's always a reason for everything. You know? Even if we don't understand it. So I want y'all's opinion. So what you think. Am I stupid for deciding to show mercy, and if they do the right thing, like, saying to the judge, have them serve 5 years and then 5 years parole or house arrest if they do the right thing and turn themselves in and confess? Is that stupid? I don't know. I'm going back and forth in my mind with it. Like I said, nothing will ever change what happened. I prefer to just keep moving forward and put all of it behind me. Yeah, at least, they did the right thing. They go to prison for 5 years. They're paying some, still paying legally. 10 Yanderton, however, would be the exception. I'd request house arrest for her. Or probation. For doing the right thing. Excuse me, no. And because she didn't do anything to hurt me, I don't think. But she still has to have some sort of punishment because she, she should have spoke up at some point. She had plenty of time to do, and she had all these years. But I'm still willing to do it that way, The most important thing is I get reunited with my family. And the truth comes out. That's the most important thing to me. And the best Christmas for me, if I got what I wanted, I'd get to spend it with my real family and Frankie. But alas, I do miss it very, very much. I wonder if he misses me and like I miss him. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I don't know. Maybe it'll surprise me for my birthday or something. Show up. That would be amazing. That'd be the best Christmas, or best Christmas, best birthday gift I could ever ask for. It would be to see him in the flesh, in person. Spend time with him. That's what I want for my birthday. Is for him, like, if I got exactly what I wanted for my birthday, he would surprise me and show up. and spend my birthday with me. Just quality time. Just me and him. We could fuck things up in the kitchen, we could order out, whatever. Wouldn't even have to go anywhere. Because for me, I'd rather have quality time with him. Alone to where we don't have the distractions of people around us. Okay, you want my real birthday or my legal birthday? Because it's two different dates. My legal birthday, the one I grew up knowing as my birthday, was November 23rd. My real birthday is November 28th. And I will be 46, not 45. Because I'm already 45. Yeah, they made me younger. A year younger. Almost a year younger. Yeah, well. Thing is, I don't really celebrate holidays or birthdays or anything because I've never had a good one. Just like I've never been on a date, I've never experienced real romance. I've never, But Grace, you have children and you've been married twice. Yes, I've been married twice, never had a wedding, never went on a date. Well, unless you count my ex-husband taking me to Olive Garden for one of our anniversaries, but that was about it. I don't have tree shit. I've never had a good holiday. I've never really had a good birthday. In 1993, I started being Santa and Easter Bunny and everything else. That's in 1993. Never had a childhood. None, you know. Dumb food. It's alright. Everything happens the way it's meant to. But I would love to spend this year with him. But I think I'm gonna end this because they might be here early to pick me up too. Well, you've heard about my life, and that should tell you anything. But I did some of the things I ordered recently from the clock app that I suggest everybody get. The Constitution of the United States and the Declaration of Independence would be good for everyone to have. Just to believe. When God Was a Woman. The landmark exploration of the ancient worship of the great goddess and the eventual suppression of women's rights. They changed it over a certain amount of time, but going through history, like clear back, and the first people here were women. I don't know how men came about, but yeah, and God was actually a woman. And then a good one for everybody to have is A People's History of the United States. Yes, we should all have this book. along with there's another one I need to order still. It talks about Schwittler and that kind of thing. And from my understanding, you read it, and yeah, so find out. But yeah, unless Frankie shows up for my birthday, I'm gonna be here alone on my birthday. Nothing. Besides, it's just another holiday anyway, or just another holiday, just another day, just like the holidays and that, just another day. You know what? It is cold. I think I'm going to change my clothes into warmer clothes before I leave too. So, anyways, hope you all have a great day, and I'll be live later. Now I gotta go change into something warm because it's freezing. So yeah. Anyways, until next time, I hope you all have a great day, great evening. You get the drift. And I will see y'all later. Have a good evening, guys. Sounds good. Have a good one. Have a good evening. Shit. There we go. There we go. Alright. Don't act a fool. Hello. Welcome. Like the nice ambiance. I like the calmness right now. Probably turn on the light here in a few. Actually, I might turn on the light now. Shit. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Okay. So, hello. I've had an interesting evening. Only in Staten Island. Actually, depending on where you go, only in New York. I think some companies here need to get their shit together. Yes, I do. Play some music. Play the fucking music, girl. There we go. Alright. Hello. I got elevated before I got on here. I needed to. Well, by the soup. cook. I swear to Christ, only in New York. More or less only in Staten Island. No, it'd be only in New York, Jesus Christ. My ride was supposed to be here at 5 p.m. to pick me up for my CAT scan. 5:15, I even checked that I made sure I had the right time written down, and I did. No call, no show, no nothing. And so I called the Medicaid line, and where's my ride? Oh, I'll call him, da-da-da. Finally, about 5:23 p.m. I get a text message from it. Okay, I texted back, to confirm and everything. And then I don't hear anything until 5:38. Your ride is on his way. Be waiting outside. My check-in time was scheduled for 5:55 p.m. My ride did not show up till 5:53 p.m. And then dropped me off at the wrong place. So when I got dropped off at the wrong place, it was at 6:15 p.m. 6:15 p.m., which is when I was supposed to be having my CAT scan at that moment. So that was yay. So I'm just, I'm making calls. I'm upset. I'm thinking I'm going to have to reschedule and everything. So I go to walk around the corner after dealing with Medicaids and fucking the Medicaid ride scheduling company and the cab company, and I walk around the corner, and there's the place where I was supposed to get my CAT scan done. I go into, because I'm like, fuck it, I'm here, I'm just gonna reschedule. And it is 7 p.m. at this point in time. And thankfully, they were not mad, and they let me do it. Because Jesus fucking Christ, why? Why? Only in Staten Island. Not everybody, but not enough people. Only in New York, man. Only in New York. So that was my night. How was everybody else's evening? Good, I hope. So the soup is done. I don't know why I love the soup so much. It's like, I don't know. I would rather have this soup than anything else, I think. And I don't know why. I have no idea why. Hot damn. Something about this soup. And I'm not sure what it is. It's just, like, I'm not sure. When I say something about the soup, I mean there's something particular about this soup. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe it'll unlock memory or something. Who knows? So, how was everybody else's evening? Why so serious? Have you been seeing any good movies lately? How was everybody's weekend? How is everybody? Linda Moon 276. How are you doing? Well, I made ham, cabbage, bean soup with diced up onions, carrots, and celery. I love this soup. It's really good, especially during this season. You know, something about the soup though. I don't know quite what it is. I don't know quite what it is about the soup. It's I've always loved the soup, and I mean Joan used to make it, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. Maybe it'll unlock memory. You know? Well, once I finally checked in at 7 p.m., no, just gonna be here by myself. Maybe make that turkey. You know, I don't know yet. But yeah, no plans. Which is really nothing new for me. I don't know plans. Nobody's coming over. I'm not going anywhere. Unless I get a surprise or something. A surprise guest. Other than that, I don't know. I remember, I don't really, I don't celebrate holidays. Or birthdays, for that matter. Gotta have a reason to celebrate. Yes, it's all online. However, I'm not sure I want to continue with it because of everything, you know? I'm debating. I'm good at it and everything, but with the corruption, I never wanted to be part of anything that would have been corrupt. So I'm going back and forth in my head with it. What I'm gonna do. Especially since I might not be here much longer. Who knows? You know? Why do I feel like that, okay, so something strange is going on. Heather Nicole, why don't you say hi? We got Linda Moon such and such that's silent. Heather Nicole now that joined and they're both joined and yeah. It's very interesting to me. Just like Tanya and Tanya Enderton being on my live the other night on my other account. And now I'm starting to question it. I thought maybe she was feeling guilty, but now I'm like, I don't know. But I can tell you one thing is for sure. This is the end. Motherfucking assholes. This is the end, and you don't see it coming at all. This is the beginning of the end. Okay. You know what's funny? It's the beginning of the end for them, and they don't see it. That's foolishness. That the audacity, the foolishness. I like that creator. But it's awful interesting that they don't want to say anything. It's okay. See, I will say what I said earlier. Anyone who is involved with what happened to me, if they confess, they go turn themselves in, confess, and tell the truth, and turn the others in, I will ask the judge to have mercy on them, where they would only spend 5 years in prison and 5 years on house arrest or parole, supervised parole, and be on the registry. Or, if they don't, when it's all said and done, they could be spending the rest of their lives in prison because it's the crimes. That's life without parole, or yeah, life without parole. Or you can do the right thing for once in your fucking lives and confess, tell the truth. You know what's amazing? That at one time they tried so hard to take me out, and they held my life in their hands, right? Now I hold their lives in my hands. Isn't it strange how things take a turn, and how things change? Isn't it? I hear that train coming. It's coming around the bend. If you don't turn yourselves in and confess, you ain't gonna see the light of day again. Ever. Again. Because trust and believe. all the victims, all the survivors are starting to speak out. All of us are starting to speak out. And we're starting to be taken seriously. Because we all have evidence. We all have evidence. I do edit a video of a mutual of mine who's a survivor in another country. And he is being taken seriously by authorities now because he has evidence. In other words, they should really do themselves a favor. Just turn themselves in and tell the truth. We're not afraid anymore. I never was. And none of us are stupid. I just got really good at playing stupid, which wasn't hard. It wasn't hard to convince them that I was stupid because, when you don't have many brain cells or common sense or a soul, you know? But you know what? Whether they do the right thing or not, no thank you. Whether they were to do the right thing or not, they're going down. And they will be paying for their crimes. Scare tactics don't work anymore. And they never did with me. So, it is you're going down. Think about how many survivors there actually are. Once this is all said and done, I might actually be thanking the president. Who knows? So, let me explain what I'm talking about. For those of you who, y'all know what's been going on, right? You're about to find out what I mean by, it's the beginning of the end.
Alright, guys, it's been a while, I know, and there's a reason for it. I've been, over the last week or so, I've been in contact
He's one of the
with
survivors.
The Police Scotland, specifically sergeants and constables. And now that I've got the public backing and I've got the evidence ready to go, they're now wanting to support me in this matter, and they're saying on record that they're going to investigate this matter thoroughly, which they've never said ever before. This should have been done years ago, but obviously there's been a lot of foul play, a lot of corruption involved in the matter, but they're taking the right steps in the right direction, which is a good thing. And guys, I can only put it down to you guys. You guys just understanding the truth, following me, reposting my videos. It wasn't an easy thing coming onto TikTok explaining what happened to me whatsoever. For the longest time, I couldn't even put it into words what happened to me. It just fucked me up so bad. It really did. It's a very horrible thing that happened to me. But yeah, I just want to say, guys, you are the reason why this is getting investigated. I can't thank you guys enough. I'll keep you updated, but I just thought I'd come on here, give you a little update, and yeah, just share the good news. Can I trust it fully? No, obviously not, but they've said it on record, so if they don't, again, it's just more evidence, isn't it, guys? But I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Alright, guys, it's been a while.
It's the beginning of the end for them. It's the beginning of the end for them. It's the beginning of the end for them. Oh, shit. Sorry. Oh my god. It's the beginning of the end for them. Oh. This is amazing. This is fucking huge. They're all going down. It's time. It's time. They're all going down. It's the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end. For them. Yeah. The survivors are now being taken seriously. It's the beginning of the end for those monsters. The beginning of the end for those motherfuckers. all the survivors are speaking out, finally. Starting to, and the more we each speak out, the more people will see. And the more people see, the more survivors will start seeing that it's okay. And they'll start speaking out too. But we're being taken seriously now. It's the beginning of the end for them. After everything, it's finally, finally, it's gone on far too long. And now it's the beginning of the end. We all have evidence. All of the survivors have evidence, physical evidence. It's time. And I can't wait to see them in handcuffs. And at this point, whether they do the right thing or not, they're going down either way. And maybe I shouldn't have mercy on them like that. 5 years is not enough. Not after everything, stealing my life and so many others. They're going down anyway. No matter what. And I can't wait. But still, we got a long road ahead. You know, this is just the beginning of the end, but it is definitely here. They're gonna spend the rest of their fucking lives in prison. Right where they belong. Because thinking about it, if the judge agreed to do the 5 years and then 5 years, right? They would continue, they would just start hurting kids when they had a chance again. No. They can spend the rest of their miserable fucking lives behind bars. Right where they belong. I can't wait. I'm actually gonna get justice. Aren't I? I'm gonna get justice for what happened to me. Oh my god. God damn. Holy shit. I didn't do nothing. The hair went down the wrong pipe, I guess. I never thought in a million years that I would actually get justice. And I'm going to. The beginning of the end for them. It's the beginning of the end for them. It's the beginning of the end for the monsters. They're going down. We're being taken seriously. We're starting to be taken seriously. One of the survivors posted something. I do edit it on my main account, but he's in another country. And the investigators in that over there are finally starting to take him seriously. And he has evidence. We all have evidence. It's time to speak out. Speak up, speak out. They can't do anything to us. They can't do anything to us. And the more we speak out, the more we speak up and we speak out, the more we're heard. The more we speak up and the more we speak out, the more we're heard. And we have to speak up and stick together and support one another. It's the only way. But the monsters are going down. All the monsters. All of them. It's the beginning of the end of the evil. I'm actually going to get justice. And I never thought I never thought in a million years that it would be possible that I would actually get justice. We're all going to get justice for what they did. It's time for all the victims to speak up and speak out. It's the only way we'll be taken seriously. You have to speak up and speak out. We have to unite, not live in fear. We can't live in fear. We're survivors. We survived what we survived for a reason. You know? All the scare tactics, all that shit, that is scare tactics. That's it. Well, I think the last recording on YouTube that was done of me was like September, but it's time. This is crazy. I'm gonna get justice, and we're all gonna get justice. We've all survived things that nobody else would. Stalking and all that shit, it's all scare tactics. They can't do anything to us. Because if they could, we would have been dead and gone a long time ago. Come on now. We're survivors. And they're scared of us. I'm not the only one they're terrified of. And the survivors need to know that there's nothing to fear. They're scared of us. The scare tactics. That's all it is. That's all the fucking motherfuckers do. If they could take us out, they would have done it a long time ago. There's no reason to fucking live in fear. We've survived everything that we've been through. What the fuck are we living in fear for? That's why I never lived in fear. What the fuck are you living in fear for? After everything you've survived that they've done to us, we've survived all of it. They keep the survivors living in fear because they know if we all speak up and keep speaking up and speaking out and keep from the top of our lungs screaming it at the top of our lungs, if we all join together and keep speaking up, speaking out, they know that's the end. And that's why they do the scare tactics and the fear tactics and shit. They can't do anything to us. This is the beginning of the end of that goddamn cult. It's the beginning of the end of evil. They're going to go down. We're finally being heard. We're finally being heard and not being called crazy. And we're being taken seriously. We're all gonna get justice after all. And all those motherfuckers who have spent the rest of their lives in prison. Each and every one of them. And I can't wait. Like, I can't even describe how this feels. There's a long road ahead still, obviously. But realizing that this is actually really the beginning of the end. That it's gonna be over soon. The hard part's gonna be over soon. The rest of it will be, they're gonna plead, they're all gonna fucking plead guilty. Like, how are they gonna defend themselves? And they're gonna want to save their reputations and not want people to know how sick they fucking actually are and what they did. So to save face, they'll plead guilty. And they'll turn on each other to save their own asses. Because truth be told, most of them, if not all, will be facing the death penalty for everything they did. they will be facing the death penalty. Now, it's about the Illuminati. I'm not sure what, Masons, yeah. They're going down. Soon, it'll be proven that I am Catrice. And I'll be reunited with my family. It's gonna be sooner than I think. It's gonna be sooner than anybody expects. I don't know how soon, but I just have that feeling. However, can we wholeheartedly trust them? Law enforcement? No, obviously not. Because of everything that's happened to us and all the corruption. So it's going to be hard. Because we're all going to be questioning. We're all going to be waiting for the other shoe to drop and shit, But this is the beginning of the end. And I can't wait. I can't wait. For everything that I went through and everything every other victim went through and every survivor. And all the ones that lost their lives. For so long. We're actually going to get justice. Sorry, I have to get comfy. I didn't really sit that way for so long. Ouch. It's time for all the survivors to speak up and speak out that have been living in fear. There's nothing to live in fear of. Those are just scare tactics that they use. They honestly can't do anything to any of us. Because if they could, we wouldn't even be here. Think about this. Do you honestly think that if they could actually take us out, that they would just be doing things to scare us and stalk us and shit? Don't you think that they could easily get into our homes, take us out in the middle of the night? No, I mean, look what they did with me. I'm not Tanya. I know who I am, though. But I'm not Tanya. My name is Catrice. The woman that took me was Carol Myers. She was wearing her husband's clothing. And a sketch that was done of the suspect a year after the disappearance looks just like her. Only they think it's a man. But the most amazing news is this is the beginning of the end for those fucking monsters. The beginning of the end for those motherfuckers. And I can't wait. And the number of charges they're going to be facing, it's most likely going to be death row. The death penalty. This was not a joke. And I can't help but smile because of every fucking thing all the fucking shit that they did. And all the people they hurt. And all the lives that they took. I just said I'm not paying you. That was the results. Or are you talking about the ancestry test? The one that was never tested because the guy who's in charge of the ancestry testing is related to that family? That test? Yeah. And he just put whatever he wanted? Hello. I have amazing news. This is the beginning of the end for those monsters. It was alright. Yeah, it didn't take long once it was done. This is the beginning of the end for those fucking monsters. And I'm not just talking about justice for me, I'm talking about all of them. Victims are starting to be heard. It's starting to be listened to. You gotta keep speaking up and speaking out because they're going down. The fear tactics, scare tactics, it's just that. Just to scare you. I'm actually gonna. All the survivors, all the victims, we're all gonna get justice. Every last one of us. It's amazing. It feels amazing. I don't know really. I can't describe the feeling. Knowing that people are listening finally. I was abducted and trafficked. And then after a certain amount of time, I was put in the family that I grew up in. And I think I figured out that the only reason that they replaced the child with me is because I somehow escaped and people saw me. They didn't have a choice. Because people did see me and they would have started asking questions if nobody had seen me again, I guess. I don't think I was ever supposed to replace any other child or be put in somebody's family. I think what they had planned on doing if I had not escaped was continue to traffic me throughout my life. Like they do so many. But I escaped. They didn't have a choice because I had been seen. And now those motherfuckers are going down. When I was abducted, November 28th, 1981, it was my second birthday. Somehow I ended up outside. And Carol was wearing her husband's clothing. And I'm good. She was wearing her husband's clothing. And she had an orange safety sucker. And I ran up to her. Of course, I thought it was a guy because the face was blurred out, but yeah, she looks identical to the suspect. The sketch of the suspect. I ran up to her. And I took the safety sucker and I put it in my mouth and she picked me up. And the last thing I remember was she had, the person had short dark hair. But they were wearing a gray suit with a gray hat that dipped in the center and it had a feather on the right side of it. It was Bob's clothes because every time I saw him wear him, I always thought of the yodelers. You know? That's what I thought he looked like. But yeah. I've survived things that nobody would. So have the other survivors. Oh yeah. See, I know they're terrified of me. That's the thing. They're scared of all of us. But the fear tactics and that's all it is. It's just to scare the survivors into staying quiet. That's all it is. Even so, the survivors, they have to, when they feel ready, they will speak out. When the ones that haven't spoken out yet, when they're ready, they'll speak out. But they're scared. And rightfully so because of everything. Oh, they are. Yeah. That they don't know about me yet. I know about them. But they have been looking for me for a long time. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I'm not from here. I was taken from West Germany. I was born in Britain. I gotta go over there to prove who I am, and I'm going to, even if I have to swim across the fucking ocean. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem now. I am going over there. I'm gonna prove I'm going to do the DNA. It's going to prove it. I have the same birthmark as little Catrice Lee. Yeah, the same exact spot as one of my daughters. I have the same mole. Right here. Same exact spot. I used ChatGPT to layer my picture with the picture of the age progression. And all it took for me to remember the day I got kidnapped was seeing the building that I was taken from. I thought it was a white house on the side of me, but it wasn't. It was the building that I was taken from. The NAFI, I guess. But yeah. I'm gonna go over there and we'll prove it. Yeah. Yeah. So, I think it's on this phone. Let me get to the things first. Okay, so I'm going to show you each picture individually, and then I'm going to show you them together. That I were, with one on top of the other. So, version of Catrice. Okay. And then, that's not it. Here's the picture of me that I used. Right? I used ChatGPT and they layered them on top of each other. And that's this. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Excuse me. I'm not Tanya. I took some screenshots. But it's all online. Catrice Lee. I have the same birthmark in the same spot. I remember the day I was taken. The car was most likely a 1981 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. I remember running up to her. I thought it was a man because the way they were dressed. Yes. Let me show you some things. I'll flip. Hold on. I know I was kidnapped. This is actually the youngest picture I have of me. I'm looking for a particular picture or two. Okay, we'll flip this around. So, back in my picture here, this is Linda's handwriting. But as you can see, this ink here is different than this, even though it's the same color and it's different handwriting. This is a zip code for Athens, Pennsylvania. This is probably the number that they gave me, the identifying number. 6776. You know, when you order things out of the catalogs, right? So this is a picture of trees, right? This is my daughter when she was little, my oldest. There's that. I don't know. There's this. My youngest daughter. Yeah. My daughters both look, my oldest, she looks like a darker version of me. Okay? Yeah. I know that let's see. Where's that picture? See, oh God, where is it? So, this was in, oh God, if it would stop fucking get blurry and shit. Okay. 86, 87 kindergarten. I wore glasses, clearly. I only have bits and pieces of memories, but I've started remembering more. I have 3 scars on the upper inner thigh of my right leg that they said that I got from jumping on a canopy bed, that I would unscrew the things and the screw was sticking out. And I landed on it 3 times in a row. But showing 2 different people in the medical profession a picture of them, because obviously I'm not going to show them because, you know, they're very close to the nether region. They said that is not what they are from. Those are actually most likely cigarette burns. So yeah. These are my daughters. That's Catrice, who's been missing since her 2nd birthday. November 28th, 1981. I don't know if I have the eye condition or not. I just know I've had to wear glasses off and on throughout my life. And like when I wear eye makeup, my eyes feel very, very heavy. My left eye twitches a lot when I get stressed out. That's what I do know. I mean, if I could give them my blood type. My blood type's B negative. I have these weird moles on the left side that are in the shapes of a heart, a star, a flower of some sort. It looks like, and right underneath, it looks like a rabbit's head turned side, or like a rabbit's head or a fish or something. It's very strange. But if you look right there, or actually, okay, so got that right. Let's go with this. See that thumb right there? Looks like it's stubby, right? Flat across. Right? Yeah. It's on the right side of right above my butt. But look at my thumb. See, because, like, right there. And then, right here is a mole. Bitch, what the fuck? Matter of fact, I got these too. But wait, let me show you something. You know, my daughters look just like that, right? Same birthmark. Same mole. I'm not taking my hair down. He has short hair anyway. No, but I've contacted law enforcement over there and missing, slavery unit and everything. There are 3 cases open over there. I've contacted Operation Butte. I've left messages. I've emailed. I have recordings between me and FBI here. I've made every phone call you can imagine. Depends on the day. But you tell me. Well, they're more hazel than anything. Sometimes they go hazel, sometimes they're brown, sometimes they change colors. Yes, I just said I have hazel eyes. They change colors. Yeah. They change colors. It depends on my eyes are like a mood ring. If that makes sense. No. I did not. Let me look. Very different noses. Who has a very different nose? Hold on. Definitely looks like you in the pictures. It's not saying anything about the ears. I didn't see any thing about the ears. You do know eyes change, and do you know if you go out in the sun enough times and you don't wear sunglasses, your eyes will change colors too. Did you know that? Science, amazing. Yeah, no. Did you know? What are you trying to say, Angela? I have the same. Wait, I'm confused. What are you trying to say? Here's the thing. You want to know what I know? I know. Yeah. You know what I know? I know that this whole entire time I still have fake supporters and that kind of thing. I want people to remember that, and I give people enough rope to where they expose themselves. So eventually you expose yourselves. Like, let's go with what's her? I know I just saw her. Christina. Yeah, that's Katrice's father. Christina, what were you saying about my nose? Who has different noses? I'm intrigued. Let's check out your profile. Yeah, hang on. I want to check out Christina's profile. You know? Because that's what I do. So you don't think I look like the father, right? And my daughters don't look... Okay. And I'm going to repeat what I just said. Now, Christina, I want to make you well aware that I know for a very long time that I've had fake supporters. I've had fake friends, fake supporters, and everything else. Okay? I don't know what you think you're going to accomplish by this, but it's been going on for a long time. So you should probably go back to your little friends and tell them it's not going to work. Okay? Because I'm at the point where I'm just going to block now. Oh, well, hello. Hi. I know that they most likely painted the car tan before they shipped me in the car in the back seat over here in a cargo shipping container. I know that when I woke up in the back seat, it was very, very bright, and I was very, very hot and sweaty. So I thought it was summer. Never take into account that I could have been shipped over here in a cargo shipping container in the backseat of a car. And the people in the front seat were actually, it wasn't Sue and Jack, it was Tanya and John Enderton. And all I want is to prove who I really am and get justice and be reunited with my family. I've recorded conversations between me and FBI, me and the police, my local police, me and the Center for Missing and Exploited Children's unit here in America. I've contacted the embassies, I've contacted law enforcement over there, I've contacted, you name it, I've contacted it. And the agencies over in the UK want to help me. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do. Can y'all tell me what oranges and orange candy actually is supposed to taste like? I'm actually very not confused, but very intrigued in finding out what it actually tastes like. And the reason is because every time I eat anything orange or drink anything orange, it's very, very bitter. And I guess that's because my brain associates it with that. I guess my brain associates it with that orange sucker because it was laced. So that's why it's always bitter to me. Orange juice, orange sherbet, orange fucking candies. I can't eat oranges. It's all fucking bitter. I can eat lemon suckers, but I'll eat a lemon before, not a lemon, but a lemon sucker or a lemon hard candy before I eat any orange. Because for me, the lemon tastes sweeter than the orange. But let me show you something else. Let me show you a drawing, a sketch of the suspect that was done a year after the disappearance. Okay? And then I'm going to show you someone else. Sketch of the suspect. By all accounts, looks like a dude, right? Right? They think it's a man. This is Carol Myers. That's who took me. That's who took me. Do you get it? I grew up calling her Aunt. Aunt Carol. But it gets deeper. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me show you exactly how deep it actually is. Do you get it yet? Do you get it yet? Do you get it yet? Do you see? That's Alta Aryan. They called her grandmother Hayden. I called her great grandma. That was the leader of the fucking Illuminati. That's Joan and Jack. That's Jack's father. That's Grandmother Hayden. Why are there so many newspaper articles on these people? For BS. That's Howard and Alta Aryan. This was written by Reverend Kenneth Hayden. Alta, Graham, Mother Hayden.